Welcome to Duo Chat with Brittany
and Cynthia, where we talk about drama shows.
like Dawson's Creek, One Tree Hill, and more. Hi everyone, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Cynthia.
And today we're talking about Season 7, Episode 10, title You Are a Runner and I Am My Father's Son. Air date November 16th, 2009, and the synopsis is:
After losing his place on the Charlotte Bobcats, Nathan reaches a breaking point with Clay and fires him, but this ends up causing a rift between Haley and Quinn. Victoria arrives unannounced and takes a liking to the new trick bartender Grubbs. For some reason, they put him as manager.
I know, because isn't that Chase's role?
Yep. Meanwhile, Brooke tells Julian that it is doubtful that she will ever be able to get pregnant elsewhere. Millicent's increased drug intakes worry Mouth and her model-like tendencies and demands disgust Brooke. So we kind of, start not too much later after Nathan and Haley found out on TV that he got passed by the Bobcats.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to explain like what just happened to her. So apparently each team has a salary cap, so they can only spend so much money per season or whatever, and they tapped out, so they can't hire him even though they replaced his position. So he's out.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Nathan tells her, like he told Clay to make sure that it was going to work out for him, and he said that it would. But now he wants to, go see him and tell him why he lied to him. And then that's when we segue to Julian walking out of Alex's hotel room, saying she lied to him. And, she tells him again that she swears it was full last time she checked. And Julian says he knows she was just lonely and wanted him there. So she made up the story, about it. And that's why, and she just knew that it was empty. So it was just a lie the whole time. And, she just keeps trying to say she didn't lie, and he doesn't believe her, saying that, her track record is, not great when it comes to lying. So, Julie asks, where is it? Where's the cocaine then? And he sarcastically says, like, did, like, the little fairy come up and, he says what cocaine fairy did, uh, with her supposed vial, and then, he'll take it back. And until then, she just shouldn't call him ever, try to speak to him again. And then Dan narrates saying, who you are is who you are. We're liars, thieves. That's kind of like the theme here in the episode. And being addicts and everything. Because Millie's the one that's doing the coke. And Dan, continues, we take our happiness for granted until we hurt ourselves or someone else. So then Julian gets home to find the bedroom door locked. Brooke's in there. But she doesn't say anything, so he just says, he's sorry, and she's just on the bed curled up.
I mean, what did he expect was going to happen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Meanwhile, Rachel looks at the cheerleading group photo of her back in high school in the school hallway.
I'm surprised that that's still in the hallway.
Well, it's been like, 7 years or so since they graduated?
Yeah. Like, they're not going to have the cheerleaders from 7 years ago. You're lucky if they have last year's up. I mean, because again, most schools are going to have whatever's current. They're going to have those people up, whether it's basketball, cheerleaders, track, baseball, whatever. Like, they're going to have those people up. They're not going to have ones from years ago unless they won, like Nathan. They're never going to take that down because he won, like they won a championship, all that stuff. But this is just a picture of the cheerleaders. Wow. They're going to have who the current ones, because otherwise it's going to be, who are these people? So.
Well, for some reason, our school had two class photos up in the hallway in front of the gym doors. It was a class of 92, 93, or something like that, or 93, 94. And my brother was class of 93, so the whole time we were there, I saw his picture in that hallway.
I was up there.
I don't know. And that was at the time, like,
Yeah, but they didn't have any other year. And then what was the reason?
I don't know. It's gone now because when I went back for one of my nieces and nephews, whatever event, it was taken down. So I don't know, but it was just his class photo there all 4 years that we were there. So
Did they win something that like made them outshine the rest of the years?
I don't know. I really can't remember. I just remember I thought it was weird because he went there in the 90s, early 90s, and
Because do you know what I mean? Like it's not like it's the first graduating class or anything like that. Because that would make sense of like why you'd keep them up forever. But like,
yeah, I don't know if it was like I don't remember what we were, what number graduating class we were.
Too many.
Because if it was like 15 years prior or something, I don't know. Because I think my nephew that was after us hit a certain number, but I don't remember what my brother would have been. Yeah. Yes, I don't know. It just I mean the cheer. Well, no. Yeah, wasn't Rachel? No, that was before Rachel. I would say
And that's the thing is she was barely on the team. She was on it for like 1 year.
yeah, because they won that award for best original choreography at that competition, that whatever that was. But that was before Rachel, right? Or with
No,
Rachel?
I think that was with her.
I can't remember.
But I just cannot imagine that a school would be like, let's put their cheerleading pictures, like, no,
Hmm.
from 7 years ago. No. Yeah, I just can't really, because again, what did they do? They were also the cheerleaders.
I don't know. Maybe they probably just put the picture there just so Rachel would have an excuse to
Well,
go
I know
back to
that's
the
why
school.
they did it, but like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
Oh, did you see that Jared Goff came to one of the high schools
No.
for football camp?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, just was it yesterday?
Mm.
um, so it's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Definitely not our high school, but one around.
Right. Yeah, so then Nathan gets to Clay's, and apparently Clay wasn't paying attention to the news or whatever this was announced on because he isn't aware of anything
Well,
until.
no, he's had the TV off, and clearly nobody called him,
Hmm.
which is weird because if he is his agent, wouldn't he have called to say, "Hey, we didn't do the deal"?
Right. Yeah,
Like,
so
or maybe they just don't call you if that's a no.
yeah, I mean, I guess they just picked somebody else and just didn't tell Clay. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would make sense because, like, if you go to a job interview, us regular people, if you go to a job interview, they most likely are not going to call you and tell you it's a no. They tell you they will, but they won't. And then once you don't hear back or whatever, it's obviously a no. But yeah, I mean, because I've had it where they lie. They say, "Yeah, we'll call you." Yeah, you liar. You don't call. Um, so yeah, maybe it might be like that too, I guess, where they're just rude and they don't call people.
Maybe. Yeah. So Nathan is the one that has to tell him what happened, and well,
Then,
he says that he doesn't have a job, and
well,
Clay's.
then Quinn walks in though.
Yeah, well, Clay says that it's okay because they countered, so he still doesn't get it, and because he says he's still waiting to hear back. So Nathan then tells him,
Like,
just
yeah, you don't
stop
get it.
waiting,
Yeah.
because the Bobcat signed Derek.
Yeah, and he's like, "What have you been doing?" Blah blah. And then Quinn walks in.
Mhm.
And here's the thing, like, I understand Nathan's frustration, right? Like, you can be mad that you didn't get the offer. But Nathan is very selfish.
Why?
How are you going to tell grown adults they can't see each other?
Oh, I thought you meant for the job.
Job. He said, I told you that I want to play for them. Well, guess what? You're acting like a baby. You are not like a Tom Brady that's going to get, you know, the deals. You know what I mean? You had a 1 year contract. Wow. They're not going to save you. Clearly they wanted you gone. Otherwise they would have got, made an offer right away. You know what I mean? Clearly the Bobcats didn't want you, which is why they were like, yeah, you go away. Otherwise, again, they would have fought for you. So yeah, for him to be like, no, I told you that's what I don't, this is life, Nathan. You don't get what you want. So that's where you're wrong to sit there and tell someone this is okay, great, that's what you wanted, but guess what? That's not what happened. And clearly it was not meant to be. But then the second thing he says is that he didn't want them together. Well, they're grown adults, okay, Nathan? Like, stop being so damn selfish and grow up. Because this is in real life. You're not going to get what you want sometimes. And you just have to deal with it. But the problem with Nathan is that his dad has always paid somebody or somehow managed to get Nathan everything he's ever wanted. So he's grown up with that mentality of like, I am better than everybody. And again, you had a 1 year contract. That's nothing in the NBA. Do you know what I mean? Because there are people that have 4 year, 5 year. Like, wow, those are the people they're going to probably try to save. Not someone that's a 1 year. Also, they didn't hire you out of college. They hired you from an injury, which means you probably weren't that good to come back. Do you know what I mean? They're probably going to be looking like, I'm sorry, but if I am like the manager, like the owner of the team, I'm going to be looking at the newer ones, the college ones that are just getting out, that are fresh, that are younger. Nathan is not them. So, like, you got a 1 year contract. And also, you can't decide who you're going to play for. That's for the teams to decide, Nathan. So I don't understand why he has that in his head. Like that's how he's being selfish. Like, ugh, it just bothers me.
No, he's just mad because Clay made it seem like that they were to get the deal.
No, but he told him, I told you I want the Bobcats. Great. That's what you have a dream of. But guess what? That's not real life.
I know, but he feels like Clay kind of set him up to thinking that they were going to get the deal. So
but that's the only team he wants to play for.
Yeah, because
if he wants one in California, that he won't take it. That's Nathan's problem. Is in real life, you take whatever the hell is offered to you. That's not how this like. Nathan's thinking is not what it really is.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe if Clay was like, we might get it, then maybe Nathan would have been better prepared if this happened.
Nathan should already be prepared that he might not get it. He had problems with being the fact that he only had that 1 year deal and the fact that he had this whole Renee scandal.
No,
Does he really think it's going to happen?
It was Clay that wanted. Well, because remember they were offered 2 years, and Clay's like, let's go for 4. So Nathan just trusted him on that. So Nathan didn't say like, no, let's just stick with the 2. He said, he gave all his trust to Clay. So
he should have been smarter.
Yeah, well, he's still young, just starting
So's out. Clay. I swear to God, they're like the same age. I would not want an agent that's my age. I feel like you need to, especially if you're in your 20s, you don't want an agent that's also in their 20s. I need someone that is older and has experience, not Clay. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just seems still so young and doesn't have the experience behind him. Like, yeah, he got Nathan a deal the first time, but he probably got that off of luck. It probably wasn't because Clay is so good at his job. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes luck just happens.
Well, it's hard to tell because I said we don't hear anything about his other clients.
He's also not 40 years old, where he has experience.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like he's literally in his 20s like they are. He does not seem old enough to have experience to make deals like this that are going to affect your life. Again, Nathan needs somebody that's older.
Yeah, so either way, Nathan fires Clay about this.
He's annoying.
And then later that night, Clay tries to see what happened with the deal on the phone with everybody. And because he assumed that they were still in the middle of the negotiation, so he's still confused on what happened there. But doesn't get nowhere with that still. So then after that, he talks to Quinn about it. He even tells Quinn that negotiations are about risks and calculated ones. So he thought he was doing what was right, but he made a mistake. So now he's just gonna call his bosses to see what he can do for Nathan elsewhere in the league. So when he says league, does he mean like just in the NBA or okay? And then Clay thinks it's her fault because Quinn thinks it's her fault because she dragged Clay to the volunteer at the library, like as if she was like distracting him,
Well, he deserves to have a life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you really think the agents are not like having a life?
Right.
Like going on vacation?
Yeah. I mean, that was a vacation, just so volunteer. It was only for one day too.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not like he had a full commitment. Like I'm coming every day or, every other day.
Yeah, so she just tells Clay to talk to Nathan because he knows that he loves him.
Also, it's not Quinn's problem to begin with because he wasn't really fully in it to begin with because he, remember, had all these dreams and everything of his wife. So he's been distracted. It's not like Quinn distracted him for like a day or two. No, he's been distracted.
Yeah, and she would be in, I guess, a good distraction.
Yeah, so I'm like, no, it has nothing to, it has everything to do with the fact that he all of a sudden remembers his wife.
Mm-hmm. And then, in bed, Skills reaches over Lauren to get to his phone, waking her up. He explains that he's checking to see if Julian called because he said he was going to get him into that sports coordination job and like contracts for it. And Lauren, mentions to Skill that no one's gonna be calling at 3:00 in the morning.
I will say that is a good job for Skills.
Mm-hmm. But then elsewhere at 3:00,
Millie,
yeah, is going through her clothes. Isn't this like the second or third time? And I don't know if she acts like she missed something or maybe she bought more clothes and looking at it again. I don't know. It just seems like she's doing this too much,
Well, I think she's distracted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she knows what she's doing anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of like whatever the drug is doing to her. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, because she even says it at one point, like she can't sleep.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess there's nothing else to do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mouse.
And she's also very concerned with her weight. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I guess because I mean, you could be organizing other things, all right? Mm-hmm. But because she's going through the clothes, it's obviously because of the weight problem that she has, apparently. Right. Which she doesn't have.
And Mouth even asks if she wants company, but she tells him no. So just kind of shutting him out like that. And so that's why he asks if she's okay, and she says that she's never been better. And he just goes back to sleep because she just seems to be fine at the moment. And then Quinn finds Haley in the kitchen, and she tells Quinn she's worrying. And that's when Quinn tells her that she was out with Clay. And Haley says she knew. And Quinn brings up the fact that Nathan fired Clay, and it wasn't right. And Haley's just mad at Quinn as well.
She's annoying. Like, why? Why are you mad at Quinn?
Right.
Again, Haley. Okay, so Haley is allowed to get the man that she wants, to have her own dreams, to have a kid. Like, she's allowed to have all of this, right? Mm-hmm. Anything she's ever wanted. But Quinn isn't allowed to have the same thing. Right. come on now, grow up. This is what I mean. Why are these two acting like 12-year-olds? They got married in high school. And they're going to sit there and tell other people who they can and can't be with?
Yeah, because
I mean, come on now, you're a grown adult.
Yeah, because this is like how Lucas was mad at Haley for starting to see Nathan. It's kind of like that, just flip flopped. Now she's the one that's angry.
Yeah.
And Nathan, both of them.
It's annoying. Like, I mean, Nathan was already, annoying to begin with by saying to Clay, you can't date her. Well, guess what? They're in their 20s. Guess what?
And older than them.
That's Quinn should be yelling at Haley and be like,
yeah. It's like if it was like Quinn being a little sister, maybe that'd be a little different. But
still not, because she is overage. Like, Haley, get a grip on yourself. I wish Quinn would have said that. You get to be with whoever you want, right? Why can't I? I'm not 12. That's what I would have said. I would have said a whole lot worse if that was Quinn. She's too nice.
Yeah, so Haley even told her that she should feel bad about Clay being fired because she's a huge part of it.
She's not. That's okay. Whatever Clay does in Clay's head, it has nothing to do with Quinn. Okay, even if he was thinking of her, right? Which we all know he was thinking of his wife. But let's just say for a second that he was thinking of Quinn. Well, if Quinn stays away, right? He can still be thinking of her.
Right.
Like, she cannot help what Clay is thinking or doing. That is for him. So that's on him why he lost his job. So it's so annoying. Like, why is Quinn getting all this trash from them? Also, I couldn't live there either with two mean people. Could you? No. Like, I would definitely feel unwanted.
Yeah, so Quinn just walks away, and Haley looks like she did feel bad a little bit for telling her sister that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And then Julian wakes up after sleeping on the couch and finds Brooke sitting in front of him. She asks, how did he sleep? And he says, not good. So she's glad to hear that. And Julian tells Brooke he's sorry. He thought Alice was in trouble, and he reacted.
And then when he said, like, you would have done the same thing if she would have called you. And she's like, well, she didn't call me. That's the thing. It's like Alex really should have called another female. Because, okay, it's one thing if Julian was single, but he's not. He's with somebody else. So you should definitely be contacting either his girlfriend or another friend or someone to help you instead of this.
Yeah, well, it seemed like all her other friends, including Millie now, are the ones that are using, and so Brooke would have been the only other option, but that's her boss. So maybe that's why she didn't feel comfortable either talking to her.
But she didn't even think of it because Julian's the only thing on her mind. So, and she wanted Julian to come save her. That's her whole thing. And it's annoying because, again, you would not want your significant other to be pulled into that. I'd be like, who do you really love?
Yeah, the smarter thing would have been telling, Brooke, or at least telling Julian, like, you and Brooke should come over here to be with me,
Yeah, something. But instead, Julian's like, I'm going. Okay. You didn't even say, Brooke, let's go. It was, you're going. So, again, you're the only thing. Yeah, I don't like it. And I love, though, that Brooke was like, well, she didn't call me. So it's like, exactly.
Yeah, and I thought it was nice too how Brooke at least cared about Alex's well-being too, because she asked if she's okay. And then Julian, knows that they're supposed to have a night together, but they can do it tonight now or any night, and tells her not to get upset. And Brooke says she's not upset about that. And that's when she says that she thought she was pregnant the other day. But she's not, so, it's all good.
So they can move on.
And Julian tries to tell her that if she was, it would have been fine. Yeah.
It had just been fine.
I mean, he says that he would have been good if she was, if they were. And, Brooke just says...
You'd have been distracted. It would not have been a happy time.
Right.
Because Alex is in the way.
Yeah, so he keeps apologizing, saying that, he was an idiot.
Because I can already see it now. She has doctor's appointments, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't go because all of a sudden Alex calls.
Right.
Like, yeah, I can already see how that's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he asks if she's sad, and she says a little.
Well, of course she's sad. That's what she wanted was a baby.
Mm-hmm. So he just tells her it's going to be okay, and then Millie goes to see Alex.
So I did wonder how she keeps going over there and just randomly is in there. And Alex finally says, like, how did you get in here? I have a key. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Like, I would want a different room because she just seems to always be there now.
Mm-hmm.
And do you notice how she's only just using her? She doesn't go over there to like hang out. She goes over there to steal clothes.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's like, come on now. Also, again, do you really think they're the same size? No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Millie says she doesn't want to buy new clothes because she's broke, and I wonder why that is.
I wonder why. Oh, let's see here. Drugs.
Mm-hmm. And then Alex starts, seeing the behaviors of drug use from Millie because she did something similar. Yeah. So she starts asking questions like, "Why are you up so early?" Of course, Millie says a typical answer: she couldn't sleep.
Yep, and she's like, "Yep, I know what that is."
Yep. And yeah, so apparently she threw out 90% of her clothes because most of it was ugly anyway. So she just completely absorbed
Losing
her
it
looks. Yeah.
from the drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Alex knows what's going on now, and Clay calls Nathan and gets the voicemail still.
Well, what did he think was going to happen? Why don't you even call him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he tells him to call him back. He has, the right to be upset, but they've been friends for a long time, or at least over a year.
I was going to say a long time.
Mm-hmm. And then at home, Nathan sees that he has 16 missed calls from Clay. So I'm kind of surprised he didn't just turn off his phone or block Clay even.
Well, he might want to leave it on just in case somebody calls him.
Actually, I don't think he could even block numbers at that time. And then Dan finds Rachel in the school hallway.
Okay. Why would they allow Dan in the school? I can't.
Right. I mean, maybe because he got out first time.
Okay, but he murdered somebody in the hallway there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't know.
Are you what? Also, they just randomly let strangers through the halls. You know what I mean? Like, especially after what had happened, you would have thought that they really. I mean, we talked about this. Why was there like no more security? It's like that week after they had those like what is it? The
metal detectors?
Yeah, metal detectors, and they had those security guard people, checking bags. But that was it. And then after that, it disappeared. And again, strangers were then allowed in there, like Derek, remember? So it's like, and now you're coming back to the fact that there's a murderer that's in the building. I mean, what is the school doing? Do they want this to happen again? I just don't understand at all. I mean, the fact that these two are just roaming the halls whenever they please, there's no one there to be like, what are you doing? I don't understand.
Right. So then Rachel says she got an idea. They can do a live broadcast right from the school.
Well, and it was weird that he was like, well, you were there. And she's like, yeah, like basically I can give sympathy and like, oh my God. Like, really, Rachel?
Yeah. And then, so she's willing to put Dan in the spotlight like that and, make him uncomfortable just for views.
Well, yeah, she don't care about him. She just cares about money. She only sees green.
Right. So, he acts like isn't that a little insensitive?
Yeah, it is. Isn't it weird that Dan thinks this is insensitive? Like, Ella, he's the one that did the murder. And he's gonna say that's insensitive.
Yeah, well, apparently he's changed and Rachel hasn't, so.
Yeah, I just find it funny that, like, through this whole process of, like, them being together, Dan is the normal one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's crazy to think.
Yeah, and she even comes back with not as insensitive as marrying, your brother. And then we every time it seems like this is brought up too, we see the flashback again.
Yes, why? We know
Yeah.
what happened.
Mhm.
It's not like anything changed.
I guess to make it more dramatic. And then Alex goes to see Julian to tell him she knows who took the coke. Now after seeing Millie, but she still doesn't say who. She just knows that it was taken. So that
I would have said you did it,
right.
Because he did say who, and she can't say it.
Mhm.
I'm like, really? Also, if you really think she's spiraling, right? Wouldn't you be like, hey, you should probably tell Mouth or someone or Brooke or someone that she's doing this? Like, if you're her friend or you think you care, even just a little small bit, you would tell him that who it is so that he can find help for that person. Like Mouth is starting to realize it, but Brooke does not. If he would tell Brooke, because he would know if she would have said it, then she could have maybe gotten some help, or at least Brooke could have kept a better eye on her.
Mm-hmm.
But because Brooke doesn't know, she's not watching her. I mean, it's not her responsibility to watch people, but I'm just saying Brooke would if she knew.
Well, maybe Alex was trying to process it and try to figure out how she can help Millie at the moment. Like, trying to put her back in, she wasn't that long ago. To see how, like, if she was in Millie's position, like, how would she want someone to handle her? Um, and then that's when she learns that their script got passed. So her and Nathan kind of lost the job there, or what could have been. And because apparently there's already other scripts that have a similar story. And so just like bad timing. And I'm kind of surprised because there have been movies that have been kind of put out that have similar plot lines.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be like the first time because like two of the same movies that are very similar to each other came out the same year even. So, and I think they're both great movies, and seems like it worked out fine. But still, from Alex's dad's perspective, or even I mean,
You mean
Alex, Julian, and then even Julian, because he's been doing this for a while, he probably knows that just it'd be too much of a risk, money wise, and so he just tells Alex she's sorry because she tries to argue with him, maybe if we try harder, or but he said there's no use. And then Clay's still on the phone again, trying to make things work for Nathan. About again mentioning the 2-year contract.
Yeah, they're basically giving him no information.
Yeah. Yeah, so his boss just tells Clay like it was a mistake to not take the 2-year contract and there's nothing else to be done. And then Nathan tells Quinn, so this is other drama with them too. Again, Nathan tells Quinn to not expect him to say he's sorry. And Quinn tells him he shouldn't have fired Clay. Nathan says it's business, not personal.
I will say, like, Quinn is in the wrong for saying that because Nathan is allowed to hire and fire whoever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Also, let's be honest, if he doesn't have a job, what does he need an agent for?
Right.
So it's like, what am I paying you for then? So, no, I mean, he can fire anyone he wants to. So, I mean, she's in the wrong for saying that because he did somewhat screw him over. So it's like, and that's the thing. Clay, and I think I said that last episode, like he was just sort of very cocky and like brushing it off of like, oh, you can get a better deal. It's like, how do you know that? Like, can you read into the future? Remember how I said he just seemed like he was basically just kind of throwing it away, like, and um, and so no, I do agree that he was being definitely, I feel like selfish, and greedy of like, oh, Nathan can get all of this, and it's like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's what agents do, right? But I mean, I do feel like agents should know at a certain point, this is what you can get. Like, we can try to fight, but you might lose this. And maybe that's definitely what he should have told Nathan of like, we can try for a 6-year deal or whatever, but you might want to go for this because you can actually play right now. I mean, something to make him know that. But I mean, again, Nathan should know that. I mean, he's been through the contract thing before. But yeah, I mean, I do think Clay was definitely being like, not a good agent when he was negotiating. He was definitely throwing it away. So, in that aspect, yeah, he does deserve to be fired because he did throw it all away.
And then Nathan even, tries to get at Quinn and see like, does she like stay in
Yeah,
there?
do you like living here in this big house?
Yeah, but yeah.
Come on, Nathan.
And then so now the agency calls him, and Quinn just tells him again to do what he has to do, but to not let Clay go as an agent.
Yeah, and don't tell them that you fired him.
Yeah, and he's going through some stuff, has always been there for him, yeah. And then Victoria walks in to close over bros, and Brooke asks her, what she's doing there, and Victoria says, she asked her to come over, but Brooke says she didn't. And Victoria tells Brooke that she didn't tell her in so many words, but a call after midnight with no message is a call for help. And she asks Brooke if it's Julian and Alex. And Brooke says it's kind of, more like her, Julian, and Alex, all three of them. And it's also like the new line she's working on and her idea for the men's line, all of it. So she's got a lot on her plate right now.
Then the phone rings. I love how Victoria answers it.
And again, Brooke has an agent. I mean, not agent, I'm sorry. Assistant. Nope. Yeah, Calliope? Yeah. But nowhere to be seen. So don't know who's helping her. Seems like she's just kind of working alone now. And
well, she has been working alone because remember when she sent her to New York, then Brooke was here by herself. So she has been doing it by herself.
Yeah, Victoria asks about Millicent, like where she is. And Brooke says Millie is the least of her worries right now, but
little does she know, yeah.
So apparently now Millicent's agent calls Brooke because she had one out of nowhere.
That was funny.
And then Victoria makes a comment about like Spencer and Heidi. Do you know what that reference was?
From the Hills?
I don't know because I never watched that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the fact that Steven knows them.
Oh,
because they were all because the Hills came after Laguna Beach.
Okay. So then after the call, Brooke goes to see Millie to talk about her wanting the same amount of money as Alex, which is the $500,000.
But okay, here's the thing. She did that. She walked in the show, right? At the very end, which wasn't really like model like, but she did, right? Like she did that. Then after, I remember she said like there was like a swimsuit thing, like make sure you come on whatever day it was. And then that's all I heard. There's been nothing ever since. So when Millie's like, well, yes, I deserve that because I'm the face of that. What are you talking about? Like, you have not done anything since. What do you need that much money for?
Yeah, and Alex is a well-known actress as well, so that's why they were giving her that much money. And Millie's a newcomer still.
Right. But again, what have you done besides party that would make you get this? You know what I mean? It's not like because again, Brooke is still working on the line. So you're not even doing photo shoots for the line, which would mean will get paid. But like, it's in between right now. So I don't agree that she should really be getting paid right now. I mean, do you think you should really only get paid if you're doing something? And she is doing nothing. So, yeah, I definitely don't agree with that. Also, now that she called these people, this agency, she's gonna have to pay them too. Does she realize that? Yeah. Remember, she told Alex she had no money. So that'll be good.
Yeah. And then, so with Alex gone, because Brooke fired her, that Millie is apparently the only model left. of Clothes Over Bros. And that's why she is the new face and wants to be paid that much.
You know, when Brooke brings it up to Victoria, Victoria's like, well, and it's like, what do you mean, well? She doesn't need, get that much money. Alex was lucky she got that much money.
Mm-hmm.
Again, because she barely did anything.
Yeah, so Millie thinks that since the, campaign's a hit and the press loves it, she just wants what's fair, but Brooke tells her what's fair, it's that they're friends, and she started out as her assistant, and she transferred to run the entire company. And then that was when she was in New York, and then even let her move home.
Yeah, she's like, so you could
Yes.
be with Mel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's the thing. I don't think that Brooke won that part of the argument because her changing positions now to be the model is different than you being the assistant. Like, you know what I mean?
I think she just means that.
Like, how she's throwing it all in her face of like everything she's done for her. It's like, and how we're friends. Well, okay, but there is a point where if you are working with your friend, it becomes business.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like business time and then there's friend time. And I think the problem with Brooke is she doesn't know when to switch that on and off. So now she's just throwing it all back at her, and it's like, I think you're wrong in that part.
Well, yeah, I think she just meant like she's kind of like let her hop from location, job to job with no hassle. And now she's just being ungrateful, asking for more money in this position now.
But again, so a model is going to get the same money as an assistant. Do you know what I mean? Like, she does, she can ask for as much as she wants.
I feel like she was already getting more already than she was as an assistant. It seemed like she was running the New York location for some time too, so that probably has to be somewhere, probably more than a model, I would guess too. So you think this would be kind of a step down salary wise for Millie? Do you think?
Probably, but I guess she just looks at what Alex is getting and is like, I want that. And it's
Right,
like,
exactly, yeah.
no.
Yeah, so she's asking for more than what she should be, getting. But what she's getting is probably, but she probably would still have money if she wasn't, having her addiction. So
Yeah.
the money she's trying to ask for more really would be selfish to ask, especially when she's not even in the right mind space to.
And she's not even working.
Mm-hmm.
She's partying.
Yeah. And then what Millie said too, because Brooke called her an ungrateful employee, and Millie came back with she's an ungrateful model. Like that made it any better.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Nathan goes to see Haley at the studio, and she kind of jokes like, does she need to go platinum so they can keep the house? And Nathan tells
Again,
her,
these people
yeah.
have money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like definitely eye rolls.
And he said the agency called him. They're saying, what he wants to hear, and so then he asked her if he made the right decision to hire Clay.
I don't like when she said like, oh well, he lost you money or millions, what the hell she said. And I'm like, rubs me the wrong way. It just seems greedy. Like now the talk is like, oh, this isn't just your dream. This is you lost money. It's like, again, money that you two do not need. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well,
like, what is their money really going to change their life?
I mean, it's just really gonna, if they, like, about keeping the house, if they want to keep their house.
Okay, but Haley is singing now.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably going to go on tour. Do you know what I mean? Like, do these two really need that money?
Well, it depends too, because depends on how the tour goes.
Well, no, but like the rich get richer. That's what it is. But it's no longer about like the dream when she says that. It's about now her dream is money. Like, when did we go from that? Also, these two were the struggling couple for years with money problems. So now all of a sudden they're the rich ones that don't have problems. But then I didn't like though when she said like we've sacrificed. It just seems kind of Rubbed me the wrong way when she said it.
Was that later or?
Yeah, but it rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, well, I didn't like how she added she added that on top of everything else. He's sneaking around with Quinn.
Yeah, like who cares?
Yeah, like he.
Congrats. Congratulations, Clay and Quinn.
Mm-hmm. But Nathan still didn't tell the agency that he fired Clay. And Quinn had said that he was going through some stuff. And
she said, we're all going through stuff. Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't like that part.
Yeah, again, selfish.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, she talks about
this is his career, and they've.
She said, we've sacrificed bulk.
I mean, everything before, because it kind of. I wish I knew where this house was that they had, because it seems like, because.
What has she sacrificed? Let's be honest.
Maybe not being in the spotlight.
Oh my God.
That's what I can think of.
But she would have been.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Either way, you would have been in the spotlight.
Yeah, because it's not like they moved away from Tree Hill. Like
right. It's not like I have an offer in this other state that is not as fun as North Carolina. And now we have to move, and we won't get to see our friends. I was gonna say family, but they ain't got no family. They're friends. No, you get to stay. And here's the thing. Yes, did he travel? Yes, but she did not. She stayed put. And half the time, Jamie was with Skills and Brooke.
Or Lucas, yeah.
So it's not even like she was watching them. I mean, do you know what I mean?
Or Carrie, Brooke, yeah.
But while he was traveling, she literally, because you could say, well, I was a single parent in this time. That's how I sacrificed. But she didn't. She had babysitters. I mean, that's what I'm saying too, is what did she sacrifice? He sacrificed, like being away from them and having to work hard. Like you do it. But but when she said we, who the heck is we? Do you mean Nathan and maybe Jamie? Because he sacrificed time away from dad. But you did not sacrifice shit. I didn't like that. Why is Haley selfish in this episode? I'm realizing that now that we're talking about how annoyed I am at her. She's the one that usually has, the right things to say, right? Mm-hmm. And she's always the one that's mindful of others and nope, not this episode. Basically all about her. How am I going to make more money off of you? And I have sacrificed so much. You have sacrificed nothing. I still would like to know, in this last year, what did she sacrifice? Nothing. You had money already. It's not like you were sacrificing money, You had money. You had your beautiful house. I mean, hell, you upgraded your house. You had everything you wanted. You were working on your album. Remember last season with Peyton? It's you sacrificed nothing. So don't tell me that.
I mean, her image was kind of compromised with the whole Renee situation, punching her, but there's not much else I can think of.
Okay, but that was Nathan's doing. Bye.
I know, but she didn't need to punch her.
Well, Nathan, I know she didn't have to, but Nathan also didn't have to put them again in that situation.
Yeah, I know, just him and his career kind of put him in the whole situation to begin with. So.
Okay, but Nathan should not have been at that party. Mm-hmm. He is a husband and a father. And at least if you're going to go to a party, take your wife. Mm-hmm. And I get it's probably a party that she wasn't at because she was home. Mm-hmm. But again, you then need to not go to the party. Be an adult at some point. That's Nathan's problem. He, again, doesn't take accountability for the crap that he does. He's always it's someone else's fault. Because Dan always fixed it. Even when he hated Dan. Dan always came to his rescue. Same thing with the whole Renee thing. He's always done this. He's always protected Nathan. And that's why Nathan doesn't take accountability because of it. And here's another thing. So I don't like it. Because now it seems like she's acting like him.
Right. But either way, she ends up just telling him to put himself first.
That's what he is doing.
Mm-hmm. And then Julian later shows up at the river court to talk to Skills about that job.
And it was funny because when he said about going to California, Skills was like, wait, I'm gonna have to move there?
Yeah, like he was surprised. Right?
I'm like, well, if that's where the job is.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Because, I mean, they, and like, video chat wasn't as not popular, but,
Around.
common. Yeah, so it's not like he had the option of doing like a virtual kind of thing.
Because I mean, now you probably could.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could now like get a job on Zoom and then work, like travel to wherever you need to for a couple weeks on a movie or whatever, and then come back home like directors do and everything, and actors. But like at that point, at that time, I definitely wasn't. And also when he says to Julian, kind of like you do, like, how he's allowed to work from home up in Tree Hill, I was like,
yeah,
is he really working? Like, what movie is Julian doing?
Right, yeah, he just got a script
from Alex.
Passed, yeah.
So I'm like, and then the previous one that he was working on in Trail was based off Lucas. So I'm like, what has Julian done from home? Nothing. So I'm like, here you go again. Like, it proves again that Julian should probably be in California working.
Right. And yeah, so at least he, got him set up to where the company's interested, in talking to Skills about the job. And he says he'll text him the number later, and then that's when he gets a text from Alex saying she needs him.
So annoying.
Yeah, so he's getting
it's annoying because she's already done this.
Right. And then he gets another text saying that she loves him. So Julian says, thinks that might be urgent, so he tells Skills he has to go. And
how would that make it urgent?
Well, usually when someone randomly says I love you, especially if she never said in the first place, could be a red flag to something going on.
I feel like you're a little too attached.
Either too attached or the latter. So,
but maybe he likes this.
Maybe, I don't know. It could have been just like another cry wolf situation that he might be being pulled into.
He is. That's why I don't understand why he's going. Also, he knows how it makes Brooke feel. And Alex, remember, he was like, oh, well, you're lying. Well, just let it be a lie and stop it.
Right.
Well, that's the problem. He keeps running after her. That's your own problem.
Right. But then Millie's the one that gets to Alex's room. And Alex is still just sitting there waiting for Julian's text. And Millie mentions she's somewhere in the phone, like, what's up? And Alex tells Millie that she needs to stop doing coke, so she texted both of them. And I guess Millie got there first, so I wonder what would have happened if Alex got there right away, too. I mean, Julian got there right away, too. But, at least Alex is now confronting Millie about her problem. But at first, Millie, doesn't take it seriously until Alex is more stern with her and told her to just stop doing it. And
and she said she'll stop her addiction.
Right.
I'm like, okay, no, you won't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she just tells Millie not to lie to her. She does have a problem going on here. And Alex asks if she's done anything before this, and Millie says no. She just wanted to basically try, and she can stop anytime she wants to. That's usually what they all say.
Yeah. So stop.
Mm-hmm. And Alex says, basically she can't have friends that are using for her own well-being.
Makes sense.
So Millie promises, of course, it's a lie, that she's done. And then Alex tells her to hug her because she has to stop her drug too. And looks at her phone one more time while she's hugging Millie, but no text from Julian. And then Brooke walks into the store and is mad about Millie, so she just shouts, "She must be high." And Victoria's the only one there.
She's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, that's funny.
She's like, not you.
Yeah. But she said she might have had 3 martinis at lunch. And
You called her
drinky.
Drinky. It
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah, before we heard boozy.
Yeah, now it's Drinky.
Mm-hmm. And then Brooke tells Victoria about Millie wanting that money, and Victoria says it's not high, that's smoking crack. So that was kind of funny too. And Brooke yells that, that's what she said, but we didn't hear her say that. But it's all Alex's influence, which it kind of is, kind of isn't.
Because she did get her into it, but that's it. I mean, she took her to the party.
What party?
Remember at the very beginning, she was like, we need to go to the after party. It was like at the beginning of the season when they did not photo shoot, where she modeled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now. I meant like I meant drug-wise influence. Because like it was Alex's, but Alex didn't like.
She didn't say, she didn't say try this. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. And then at the same time, Brooke still complimented Alex, saying that she basically has a perfect body from Pilates, since she rode out of rehab and landed there. And Victoria tells Brooke to have her deal with Alex. But as far as Millicent goes,
she'll take care of her.
Yeah, the campaign's working, and Brooke says that's not the point, and Victoria says it is. So maybe they can find a compromise with this. And Brooke says she's closer to firing her than anything. And Victoria says she can't fire everyone because apparently they only had those 2 models. It sounds like,
Yeah, it was only for like one way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow. So why would Quinn take Clay to Nathan's house to listen to the deal?
Yeah, I thought it was weird too.
I don't understand this at all.
I guess to like say like if you have one more shot at working with Nathan or your agency, at all, then they come over right now, basically, maybe. Just trying to get him to weigh in.
But Nathan did not call him.
Yeah.
Quinn
did, yeah.
I don't understand this. This is not Quinn's house. And Clay is basically not welcome. Mm-hmm. Quinn is barely welcome. So I don't understand why she would invite him for a personal matter, like a deal.
Yeah, I think she was just looking at it like a business-wise.
Yeah, for Clay. Mm-hmm. But she's not looking at the people in the house that hate her.
Yeah.
I just don't understand like what would go through your head of like, yeah, cause stop on by. Like Nathan hates you, so stop on by. Get into this deal. Yeah, it's gonna work out so well.
And then Ken, Clay's boss, is basically telling Nathan they can get him a deal with another team. So, he'll still have like a basketball career.
Yeah, and then Clay's like, this is what they always do, blah, blah. And Nathan's like, I called them. And it's like, and then that's when the boss goes, hey, and you're fired to Clay. I'm like, there you go.
That was kind of something how another guy started to speak, Jay, and Clay cut him off.
Told him to shut up.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, just because Clay did one bad deal, he's gonna get fired for anyone?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you mean to tell me that, like, they make the best deals every time and they don't get fired? Mm-hmm. But Clay makes one wrong deal and he's fired from, like, I get Nathan firing him, but, like, actually getting fired from the agency seems a little weird to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Clay tells Nathan this is what agencies do.
Yeah, I said that right, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, this part, they make a promise of things they can't deliver.
Kind of like Clay?
Yeah. And, I don't know, maybe they just kind of wanted Clay to leave before, and this was their opportunity to do so, to get him out. And basically Clay's not, not fighting this without, or not going down without a fight. And because he said he made a vow to someone to never quit. Was that Quinn or Sarah?
Sarah.
Okay. And then apparently this agency is ISC. Is that real or a fake one for here?
Probably fake.
Okay. And then he said that his assistant will get his belongings, and she's also there with them.
Probably in case he wants some, go get me a coffee.
I thought that was weird. And then before Clay walks out, he puts down the picture of him with Nathan, Haley, and Jamie, together in a group photo, and walks out. So I guess that was kind of like his like saying goodbye, because like he felt like part of the family, and now he's kind of out. And then Mouth is sitting at a restaurant.
And Dan walks in.
Right, yeah.
And it's weird because he was like, "Oh, thanks for helping Nathan." And it was weird because he said, "It looks like, your boss didn't take it well." And I'm like, where would you get that from? So did Mouth call Dan?
No, he just probably knew that Mouth got fired for.
And where did he hear that?
I don't know. He seems like he can find out a lot of stuff sometimes.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm. So he just tells Mouth to go look with the job hunt. Mouth tells him it doesn't matter what they both did. Nathan still lost his job, with Mouth trying to make sure the news station doesn't like try to throw Nathan under the bus, and Dan trying to help by showing Renee was a liar, all that stuff. And Dan tells and Dan actually didn't know about Nathan losing his shot though.
Mm-hmm. Well, why would he? Well, I mean, I guess it was on the news.
Yeah, and maybe he was at the school when that happened. I don't know. And
they didn't really have internet on the phones, I guess.
Right.
Or at least up to date, maybe. I don't know.
We're still in 2009, right?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Well, I think the iPhone came out in 2007, I think, or something around there. And yeah. So, and I feel like you would have. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, but
because on here they're kind of using like flip phones and stuff. So still, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think Lucas and Peyton were using smartphones. Because, like we saw Lucas open up an email from Peyton, I believe, because she sent him a song or something. I can't remember. Anyways, but not everybody had smartphones at this time yet. Yeah, so Mouse says TV's funny. It can erase all your mistakes or hold them against you, and Dan says it doesn't erase anything. And he tells Mouse to remember that he didn't make a mistake. And then Millie's still all about the clothes, so she's pointing at Alex's and says 0 is so a size. She then makes a call to someone asking for a favor. And then Quinn is packing her things when Haley walks in, saying she's running away again. So still this kind of drama with them. And
also, why wouldn't she leave?
Right.
That makes no sense. Mm-hmm. So you hate Quinn for this. So you want her to stay? It's odd.
Yeah, it's kind of like how they were kind of treating Deb. I mean, it wasn't this harshly when she was dating Skills and they found out.
Yeah, Nathan's like, move out.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. But now, Haley's involved because it's Quinn's sister. I mean, her sister.
Well, and she didn't actually say move out like Nathan told them. But she's choosing it because clearly it's a toxic environment.
Yeah, and they're not happy with her, yeah.
Yeah, and she just wanted to tell Jamie bye.
That was funny, though, that before Quinn's ready to leave, she says, before you say anything else, like you've been, like you might want to remember that I can kick your ass. So that was funny.
Well, and then what I didn't like was the Haley tells her, like, I've always looked up to you.
Oh, yeah, I hate that part. Mm-hmm.
Yep, she said, I've always looked up to you. Not anymore. You've changed or something. I was like, you're the one that has. What are you talking about? I don't understand. Didn't like it. Because I'm like, how is any of this her fault? It's not. And her liking Clay, how is that any different than Haley liking Nathan when Nathan was doing bad things to Lucas? Tell me that one. It doesn't. You're not justifying anything, Haley. Like, instead, you're making it worse.
Mhm. Yeah, so Quinn tries to tell Haley that, what Clay's been doing, like he's been in pain, but he, bared it to put Nathan first.
Yeah, the whole Renee thing.
Well, yeah, that and the deal as well. Because he was just trying to get her and Nathan something more, and it went wrong. And
And how he believed in Nathan.
yeah,
and that's not his fault.
Yeah, and Haley's just still blaming Clay, saying you got careless. So Quinn, knows she means careless with her. And yeah, so she just tries to stand up for Clay. Said that he was just doing his best for Nathan, and if that's the worst thing he ever did, then she's glad that he got fired and she's not in his life anymore.
Yep.
Yep.
Then Brooke gets home.
Oh yeah, that was the whole thing she told Quinn about looking after her. That was at the end because apparently she came back later, but
Yeah.
which I thought that was weird.
Well, so Brooke gets home and she sees the flowers.
Yeah, so that's to make up for going to see Alex and Julian.
And now he did it again.
Well, we didn't see him go back.
No, but he told Skills he had to go.
Yeah, but he didn't see where.
Wow. There's only one place he would go.
Yeah. Well, later on we see that he didn't reply to her text at least, so if he would have went, then she wouldn't have been mad about that. But he says, how they talked about slowing down, taking their time with things. But whenever she does get pregnant, it's gonna be a great day.
Yeah, and then she tells him the truth that the doctor said she can't have kids. And then, here's the thing: you listen to one doctor. Brooke is smart enough to know not to listen to one doctor. And he even said, well, then we'll go to a specialist. And it's like, well, obviously, because you need to find out what exactly is wrong and see if there's anything that you can do about it. So yeah, and again, these two have money, so they're good.
Right. And then yeah, so I mean Brooke, they're still in their mid-20s. I keep thinking they're younger, but because usually when someone's not used to going to doctors, they always assume that every doctor's opinion is the correct one, so they won't even think about seeing another or think that's even an option. And the mouth gets home. Millie's in the bathroom with her model friend. She keeps saying model friend too, not even friend, but
yeah, she doesn't really have a model friend. So they're in the bathroom, and then yeah, she comes out, and he tells the friend, "Hi, model friend," and she just ignores him. It was hilarious. So then she leaves, and clearly Millie is just off, and she acts like nothing happened.
Right, yeah, she's fixing quote unquote her makeup after being in the bathroom. And that's when Mouth goes in the bathroom now because he had to use it, and then
he finds it.
Yeah, because they left a whole mess in there.
Why would you even clean it up? He said he had to go to the bathroom. So why wouldn't you clean it? I don't understand.
Yeah. So now he knows the truth because he sees it with his own eyes, and
then he even confronts her.
Yeah, and you can just tell by now she's really hyped up because she's looking at the magazine, but she's flipping through a page.
Yeah, and she's moving around.
Yeah, bouncing her leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is now when Mouth confronts her, like Alex did, about being up all night, and now is in the bathroom with strangers.
Yeah, and she basically said no. She said that was the friend that was doing it. And yeah, because he's like, well, I saw it. And then her nose starts to bleed.
Yeah.
And then it's and he goes, no, you're the one doing it. And I'm like, yep, she is. How are you going to get out of that one now?
Right. And then, yeah, and then she was really trying to pull every excuse that she could.
Yeah, it was annoying.
Kind of surprised not surprised, but kind of impressed she was able to do that in such a quick time. Because it seemed like she started bleeding pretty quick after they started talking. And then he leaves, she's crying because she's upset that he knows the truth and she can't hide it anymore.
Well, and now, he can go to anyone and tell them, like, he can go to Brooke now and say, you might want to fire her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So outside this scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole Dan of it all.
And
Clay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Well, Dan's in his finding people where they are in the moment.
And trying to kill him?
Yeah, because, you know, it's weird that he knew where Mouth was and not he knew where. I mean, Clay does live on the beach, but still, you know, he knew exactly he'd be there out at this moment, but.
Well, he was probably outside watching them.
And then he doesn't really know Clay, but still assumes that, you know,
he's using them and everything.
Well, no, I just seemed like he was trying to make Clay like wake up, like to be a better agent and better at it, you know, his job
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm sorry, but trying to drown him in the water.
Well,
it's a little intense.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might have been because Clay was like, "What do you do? Shoot me?" You know, that made him mad. But
But come on now, like, that was so intense then for him.
So because Clay's like fighting with him, like, I'm not his agent anymore, so I can't do anything for him.
Like, why are you trying to hurt me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
And then Dan says that that's his baptism, like he's renewed. You know, usually they don't try drowning when that happens, but okay.
You usually only go under the water once.
Yeah.
That here he's like, you're staying under, and it's like, what?
Yeah. And then the camera even shows Clay's point of view when he's doing that, so I was kind of scared to see.
That's what I mean. This was how intense it was.
Yeah. And
I think they did it so we would feel bad for him.
Yeah. And then Clay does start fighting back by trying to grab Dan's neck, but still he goes back under because he's not that strong compared to Dan. And Dan tells him if he thinks fire is getting hard, try going to prison and try and just, you know, get a day to live. Yeah. And then finally, after dropping him into the water one more time, he lets go, and Clay stands up and yells at Dan, you know, for doing that, as he should. Because, you know, with Dan being a murderer, you know, Clay probably did really think he was going to die.
Well, yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah. So
Dan Dan would do anything for Nathan.
Yep. And, oh yeah, because with the, what's his name? The shark.
Yep.
Lone shark, yep. He did initially take the blame for that and was in prison before he got caught for actual murder.
Yep. And he would do it all over again.
And Dan walks out of the water while he was still fully dressed in his suit and tells Clay to also get a suit, basically. Because haven't we seen
Clay in a suit? Yes.
Yeah, just it's been a while.
But clearly Dan has not.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, he doesn't really know Clay, but yeah, so he's like, yeah, kind of judging him for not knowing, you know, a lot of things about him. And again, Clay tells him that he's not Nathan's agent anymore. And Dan says, like, who's to blame for that? His life is still his own. So if he wants to be an agent, go be an agent, because, yeah, that's easy. And then tells him to put the suit on. And Clay's just still staying in the water. And,
but then Quinn goes over there.
Yeah. And, you know, Clay tells her what happened with Dan. And even about the suit part, and Quinn laughs at this, and he says it's not funny, but she says it is. And he asks if it's really funny that a murderer tried to drown him and then give him fashion advice. Calling her the girl that's afraid of the ocean. Again, this is brought up, but we never see why Quinn is afraid of the water, or when Clay even learns about this, you know?
Yeah, definitely was off camera, I feel like.
Yeah, or deleted scene or something. I'm surprised they didn't, like, do something to change that, because this is twice now. Because I don't think we ever see Quinn in water at any point at all in the show, right? Except for when she's with him having fun, but like nothing serious where she had an accident or something, you know? So I don't know where that's coming from. And then, yeah, so now he admits that it's a little funny. And then he admits that he had it coming because he was ignorant with Nathan Steele and just in general. And Quinn says, you know, he didn't deserve to be fired or anything for it. Or have a killer like dunk his head in water and criticize his wardrobe. And she feels terrible, though, because she knows Nathan didn't want her there. And Clay tells her that he wants her there. So that's when Quinn tells him that she moved out of Haley and Nathan's, and he tells her to stay with him, but she says
Nope.
she can't. And
I was glad she didn't stay with him.
right, yeah.
Just because it'd have been more,
Yeah, like Haley been like, oh, you
Yeah.
moved out of here, went straight to him.
It's like, oh, now you're picking sides, and it's like,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I mean, even though she's still an adult, she,
Mhm.
still can, but, it'd also been too soon because he's still just getting over his wife.
Yeah, and
So I do feel like that'd been soon.
right, and then we never see her actually get divorced from David either. They just kind of
No, so it's
stop
not bad.
talking. Yeah. I mean, we didn't really, because like technically we never saw Dan or Deb get a divorce either.
No, and we saw them try to sign papers.
Yeah, but then he had his
That
heart
was it.
attack. So yeah, so nobody really gets a divorce on here if they want you, but they
No,
don't.
but then they always just tell you afterwards that they're divorced.
Yeah. But Quinn does think that Dan was right about the suit part. And then at Trick, Victoria's basically
Flirting
yeah.
with Grubs.
Yep.
And she says,
drinks.
what kind of drink,
Yeah.
am I or whatever should I get? And then he told her.
Yeah. Yep. And then he makes it for her, and she just tells him straightforward that she's looking for a lover, and he made the list.
Mm,
and that's when Chase walks over and says hi to her, and of course she doesn't remember.
Yeah,
him
she's like,
she
who
never
are
does.
you?
Mm-hmm.
And he because she's come up with all these names, and he goes, Chase.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I dated Brooke, and she's like, basically you're just on the list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said Fetch or Dash. Those are like dog names, but okay.
Well, his name is Chase. That's where they were getting it from.
But I mean, there are guys named Chase, just very rarely out there. And yeah, so it's funny because Victoria said that she knew that they were lovers, but what she heard was only for about 30 seconds long. So apparently everybody makes this joke about Chase, because I remember Mia, who we haven't seen for a while, was
aren't they dating?
Yeah, that's what I said. We haven't seen her for a while. Was making fun of that too. And then Chase tells Grubbs after she walks away they should shave her head and check for the mark of the beast. Mm-hmm. And then Grubbs admits that she's kind of hot, and Chase looks at him, and
I mean, Victoria is getting a little better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, walks away like really. And then Alex walks up and calling Grubbs grungy, kind of hot, bartender guy. And he says her drink and everything, but of course she can't drink, or not to this moment at least. She goes to say to him to guess how she likes her sex as well, but before she can finish her sentence, he actually answers, mostly on top, and she's impressed, telling him he made the list, so now he's on 2. And then Millie sits next to her now, after Grubbs gives Alex shots, and she gives Millie one and then takes one herself.
And Victoria's watching.
Yep, and Millie surprisingly, Millie reminded her that she's sober. So why would she drink now? And Alex says that the text message she was waiting for never came. So yeah, Julian never.
I thought she was trying to get over her addiction.
Yeah, she was, but she was just so mad about it. Yeah, so I think when Julian said that he needed to go, he meant to go see Brooke.
Or to buy those flowers.
Yeah, both, yeah. So he didn't mean Alex. He just means, like, instead of going to Alex, I'm just going to go to Brooke and not think about it, for more than a second here.
But then we see Clay at the bar, and Dan is just watching him.
Right. Oh, yeah, so Alex took all those 3 shots, too. I thought they would split it at least, but nope.
Well, no, she wants them for herself.
Yeah. Yeah, so Dan's just kind of stalking Clay, which is weird after trying to drown him now. Because Clay could easily go to the police, and make a
police report.
Yeah. Press charges or something, try to. So, yeah, Dan's like, I didn't mean, when I said, take control of your life, I didn't mean this. But he is wearing a suit now, so he tells him the suit looks nice. But Clay says nothing, so Dan says, guess some people don't have fortitude. And then that's when Clay opens to Dan about his wife dying suddenly, and she believed in him and what he wanted to do. So then he, made the funeral arrangements and everything, did it, and then went back to work. So not to tell him about fortitude.
Well, yeah, so basically he never grieved.
Yeah. And then Dan asks Clay if he wants to get a drink, and Clay tells him he might be in a dark place, but at least there's hope for him with Nathan, unlike him.
Yep. So again, another person throwing that at his face.
Yeah.
Of like, I can change my relationship with them, but you can't.
Right. So now the girls want to go out and have some fun after drinking, and Millie says they should get a cab.
Oh, but no, Alex has keys, so let's drive.
Yeah. So was
Whose
it?
car?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is it her car or Millie's car?
Must be Millie's because I don't
Yeah,
think
'cause
Alex has one.
Yeah.
Does she? Remember?
She has drivers.
Yeah,
so-
well, because Millie had to go get her, remember? From the airport or something.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I think they were in a limo though, but yeah, still.
well, she ain't got no
Yeah.
or she ain't got no car. So, yeah, I would say Millie's. Somehow she took her keys
Yeah, I think
without
she's-
her knowing.
Yeah, just pull them out of her purse or something.
And then yeah, so Victoria sees, and then she calls the cops to report a drunk driver.
Which is funny because that was before they even walked out of Trick.
And how you got the license plate? Or she must have just said, "Oh, it's a red car."
Yeah, probably, and like tell them where,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
They just said out, so they could have went left, right.
right.
How does Victoria know?
Yeah, I don't know. Just
Unless she stepped outside, but we
Yeah.
just didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't know if she followed him, but Dan ended up at the high school in the same hallway again, like before, and he's sitting on the floor against the lockers, lost in his thoughts of Nathan and his past of killing Keith, because we see the flashback
Again.
Yep.
How many times do we need to see it?
Right.
In the series, all together.
Yeah, because I feel like even if they got new viewers, it's not really that relevant.
No.
You can just say he killed his brother, and that's enough. But yeah. So I don't know. 2009. Just trying to think.
I guess they're just trying to fill space for Dan. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, because
this is how many times he thinks about it. He already said he thinks about it every day, so we don't need to see it.
Yeah, because I know around this point, shows were starting to maybe stream on Netflix. Maybe I think I'm not sure when that started. So maybe if they got new viewers, they were kind of trying to keep them up to date.
Yeah, but if you were streaming it, you'd have seen it from watching from the beginning.
No, I mean if you see it first on TV and then go back to stream it, they see this little clip of him killing Keith, and they maybe want to go back to when he actually did that or something. I don't know, just kind of reel them in. But then at the house, Quinn shows up to tell Haley she stopped by.
That's what she says. But she never actually says it, and she leaves. She never actually sees him, and she leaves.
Yeah, he just wasn't in this episode, so they didn't really,
No, but she could have just said real quick, he's sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
Something to let us know he's around.
It seemed like that this was after the fact that she said bye to him. Now she's talking to Haley. That's what I took it as.
Okay.
So she just says she'll be at a hotel and not Clay's, like Haley assumed. Yeah, so Haley called her.
Again, she's a grown woman. If she chooses that, that's on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Haley tells Quinn that she seemed lost and selfish now.
Yeah.
So
maybe more criticism.
Yeah, maybe the lost part, but the other part wasn't necessary.
None of it is necessary because it's not her fault.
Yeah, because Quinn definitely tears up immediately and says to Haley that she hopes everything works out for Nathan, and then walks out.
Then Millie gets stopped by the cop.
Yeah, because
that was good.
Either they somehow switched seats that quickly, or Millie was driving the whole time, so Alex wouldn't get in trouble. Because did Alex have any DUIs, or maybe just so Alex's name wouldn't be in the papers like this?
Probably, but also she's driving Millie's car. She's not registered on her car, so she's driving drunk.
Yeah, and Millie's in the other seat, but yeah.
Also, if Millie, it looks bad if it was really Millie driving, because Millie wasn't drinking, was she?
No, well, she had the one shot, and you never know, she probably could have been high a bit too.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it was when she's looking at the cop of like a deer in headlights.
Yeah. Well, they don't. You can't exactly test for that, like drinking.
It was weird because he said step out of the car. Obviously it's because Victoria called, but he barely looked at them to be like, get out of the car. I'm like, what?
Right.
Just because somebody looks at you? Because otherwise it'd be like, well, why do I have to get out of the car?
Right, yeah, sometimes it's just different.
It was just weird. I was like,
depends on the cop. And then Clay finds Nathan at the report. mentioning he never called him back after like 16 times.
Well, why would he?
Yeah.
You were fired.
Mm-hmm. Clay tells him that he's not sorry for where he set the bar for him and didn't get him, but that, he didn't get him what he wanted. He's the best client he ever had. He's going to miss representing him.
And being his friend.
Yep. And he's going to miss that more. And tells Nathan good luck and walks away. And then Brooke is woken up by the phone ringing. It's Millie calling from jail, but we only see Millie, no Alex. So it seems like they only booked her, and she tells her she's sorry she got arrested and needs
She can't help her.
Yeah.
So you wasted your one phone call.
Yeah. And then Julian is awake now and asks who was that, and Brooke just tells him it was nobody.
Isn't it weird that she hasn't really talked to Brooke? And the last time she did talk to her, it was not on good terms because she was asking for $500,000.
Yeah, now she's asking her more to bail her out. Yeah.
So why would you call the person that your last interaction wasn't good?
Just because Brooke is her friend and she's
okay, but you're somewhat, I guess, still seeing mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't he be the first call?
Yeah, well, they were arguing about her using, so she didn't want to admit.
So that is better, or like to not call than to call the person that you're trying to get more money out of.
Yeah, she just
and that you two had bad words to say to each other. Like I'm sorry, but like in your relationship with your significant other, you're gonna have ups and downs. You're gonna have fights. So to call that person, obviously, like you would do, instead of a friend that might say, "I don't ever want to talk to you again," and that might actually be true. It's like, what? Like it's just weird that Mouth was not her first phone call.
Well, maybe because she knew Brooke probably had the money, more likely, at least right off hand to bail her out. And again, she just didn't want to, admit to Mouth that she does have a problem, and she.
So let me tell my boss.
Yeah, she definitely called Brooke too late in the situation already, because Brooke is now the last to know that she has a problem.
And she don't care because she's I ain't helping you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she doesn't know the full story either, so she's just going off of.
Nope, she's like, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, and so she's just tired of Millie asking her for more things. Yeah.
So for me, the high of the episode was
not a lot of good here.
That's why I'm Victoria coming out with the comedy.
Grimes, or
she just with everyone, with Brooke. I mean, she had it. It was good. Because I really don't have a high, I guess. My low was like the rest of, Dan drowning, Clay, Nathan and Haley's attitudes, the whole Alex and Julian and Millie. I mean, just everybody, it's just all. What about you?
I guess, again, not very many good highs here.
Oh, I guess the good was when Victoria called the cops.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That was the only probably good thing she's done, because either way, both of them were not sober, and they could have, had an accident, hurt themselves and or somebody else, and then they both would have been in trouble legal-wise and work-wise. And Brooke would have lost. I mean, she kind of, had trouble with them already, and Alex was fired, but, then they really would have ruined their careers completely, at least as models. Like, they would never be able to work again as a model, and, at this time, Millie would have hated that, so.
Well, and what if they would have killed somebody?
Yeah. Yeah, so like, hurt somebody, yeah. Yeah, that was, yeah. And then, the low was, just letting, like I said, everybody's like a kind of fight. Like Alex, of course, it makes sense that Alex would be the first one to figure out what's going on with Millie, because she's been through this. So it was sad to see like Mouth slowly learning on his own, and then kind of having to confront her. So she never like told him about it, and now Brooke's gonna find out the hard way too about her problem. So yeah, just everybody learning this secret of hers, and how at this point she's already messed up her relationships with both of them now too, and her model career that she cares so much about. So, and then rating.
I'd rate this an 8. What about you?
Me too, yeah. And then best and worst?
So my worst was Haley. I could not stand her attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And then the best was Victoria. We're calling the cops because it was so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing. We know that Millie is already hitting rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And, she needs a wake-up call. So maybe her being in jail will give her the wake-up call.
Mm-hmm.
And also she needs to detox from the drug. So a little time in jail will help.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she did the right thing. Get her off the road.
Yeah.
And Alex.
Mm-hmm.
So she did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that because no one else really did the right thing. What about you?
And she was willing to take care of it for Brooke too, but
Yep.
told her not to. But the best was Julian just because he acted better in this episode when it came to Brooke. Like when Alex again called out to him, he didn't answer and still went to Brooke, apologize and focus on her and their relationship. And also, putting him in the right pathway for skills to get this new job, in California, or not, or in or from California for that sports movie job. And then the worst was Millie, just because she was hurting everybody. She's just using Alice for her clothes at this point, like you said, and they're not really friends anymore. And then, she was lying to mouth and trying to say everything but the truth until she got caught with the blood dripping from her nose. And now she was selfish in asking Brooke for that money and now asking more money to be let out of jail after she messed up and decided to go with Alex when they were both intoxicated. So, yeah, she's just.
I was happy that she got caught from mouth.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was like, no, please, like, let something happen because, like, he needs to see it because, like, I'm tired of the lying. Mm-hmm. And then boom. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the next episode?
Episode 11, You Know I Love You. Don't you? Could be about anybody here because everybody's fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Yep, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Duo Chat. If you want to chime in with your opinion about the episode and the show we discussed, you can email us at duochatpodcast@gmail.com. And to keep up with updates about the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Duo Chat Podcast. And give us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. We would appreciate it.